Okay.
Alright team, tonight for me dinner I'm having turkey twizzlers and chips.
Afterwards, it was didn't show us till you still.
Have you had your tea?
Yeah.
What did you have?
Well, I made little David turkey twizzlers and chips.
Yeah, without checking, if you can name me the theme song from that programme, the artist, the name of the song, and you can also name the programme, the title of it, I will wear a stringer vest around my head for the opening of next video. That's a promise, but you have to guess it without checking. No cheating, alright? I've just been to get the Clark Kent glasses volume 2. From Specsavers, these are more of a spring-loaded frame because the other one's slightly bent. But I bought these and then they managed to fix the other ones, so now I've got 2 pairs of glasses. But really, I don't actually have to wear these too often because the person who tested my eyes last week checked them and then showed me the diagram of my eye and was like,
"You've got some serious eye gains there, Wadder, man."
He said my eyes were healthy and I only have to use these really when my eyes get a little bit tired. So getting some gains in the visual department. I'm pretty impressed. I've got a new item that I need to show you. I recently, I've had to stop running because my calf's been painful, but it's been a good opportunity to do some other workouts to help improve my conditioning, like circuit style with body weight and sometimes weighted movements. But in the meantime, I've had to renew my Garmin Forerunner 60, which has been really good for the last few years, but it's starting to die out and I don't think the GPS is quite working. So I didn't get a completely new one. I did get one off Facebook Marketplace secondhand for 20 quid, and it's a older version, but the GPS is very good. It's the Garmin Forerunner either 10 or 20, and again it does the same thing. It's not touchscreen this time, but it shows you a virtual pace, which is what I need for when I'm out for a run. So if it's like, if I'm running an 8-minute mile, it'll be like,
Run faster, come on.
or if I'm doing a 7-minute mile and I'm aiming for a 7:30 per minute mile, it'll be like,
Whoa, slow down, Alberto, come on, man.
I wish the watch would actually say that. It's 5:09 PM in the afternoon precisely on a Saturday. I'm going in to have some lunch and I'll bring you back later when we're having a different style of dinner we haven't had before on the channel, I don't think. Alright team, so it's currently the afternoon on Sunday. Had church this morning and I have to say sometimes in church it's quite warm and the voices who speak up the front are quite soothing, so sometimes, even my parents as well, we can be like, not a good habit to get into. I've come back, I'm going to have some lunch in a minute. Need to show you the dog because I haven't shown you her in a little while. Hello. Right, darling. Did you have a good sleep? Are you sleeping? I'll give you a quick update on my calf injury and then I've got to show you a package, a mystery one that came in the post. So currently with my calf, it's still pretty painful when I walk, and every time I step the pain kind of shoots up the medial side of my calf. It's not, I don't think it's actually on the calf, it might be just to the side of it. But I've had this before. I had it about 1.5 years ago, and it's just a lesson you thought I would have learnt from last time, but I need to renew my running shoes after roughly 400 miles. That's what I was recommended by the running shop who I bought the running shoes from. So I've got to make sure I do that in future. I'm doing lots of stretching. I'm going to actually go over about injury prevention in another video. But this mystery package, this is what came in the post. So when this arrived in the post with the marker pen and absolutely brilliant handwriting on it, I thought finally the customised AA knickers have finally been made. But I was disappointed. Instead, very nice piece of card, some calligraphy-like writing, a packet of Haribo, yes, and then some mud. I'm joking, it's not mud. My great mate Gareth from Ireland sent this over to me, who I do prayer group with, and he's given me all the instructions about how to make his cold brew properly. So what I'm going to do, or he even got a contact number for it. He's written it all out about how to do it properly. So we've got a prayer group tonight. I'm going to make it, have it on the cool, not tell him, and then just start drinking it. And he'll be like, yes. And I'll give you a taste test to let you know how it feels. Feels? Yeah, it feels great. How it tastes. Before I forget as well, if you have this you should have it in your local Sainsbury's or Tesco if you're in the UK. But otherwise you have to get them online. Monty Bojangles chocolate truffles are absolutely insane. The way I would describe it is like the chocolate you get in a Viennetta ice cream, and they just put it all into one little block. They're about 62 calories per chocolate. They're quite small, but it's so worth it. Don't chew it either, just let it melt. Oh, so nice.
We have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.
Alright team, so it's happened again. Dana, every time I start talking, Dana gets up and is like, what? What's going on? Every time I have a cappuccino, this seems to happen right up here. Like with every cappuccino, it always has to have chocolate sprinkled on top. Somehow, I have a long spoon that I have with it, and chocolate seems to get from the spoon up to my forehead right there. But I quite like it. Now, first of all, in reference to earlier on in the video, I need your preferences. Do you prefer number 1? Or do you prefer number 2? Let me know. I'm going to outline now how you're going to be able to lose fat during lockdown. You might not be in lockdown, but for most people, we are. So I'm going to outline exactly how to do it in regards to nutrition, how you should work out, and how you should do your cardiovascular exercise. Now, I can't 100% guarantee results because it is going to require effort and hard work. But what I'm going to outline to you are all the things you'll need to be able to start losing fat today. The number 1 thing, first of all, is to say that it's not 100% nutrition, 100% training. In my opinion, I like to say 100% nutrition, 100% training, 100% consistency and effort. So with nutrition, I advise you keep it really simple and you try and make it as easy a plan to stick to as possible. So obviously you want variety with your eating. 70 to 80% of the time, making sure you have lean protein sources, complex carbohydrates, fruits and vegetables, at least getting your 5 portions a day of fruit and veg, so you can hit your micronutrients, vitamins and minerals goals with the addition of having at least roughly 2 litres of water a day. But for some people that is going to be different because we're all different shapes, sizes, heights and body shapes. But if you're speaking really generally, 2 litres of water is a good estimation, but I'd recommend having more than that. So work out your maintenance calories, and you can do it. So first of all, you need to work out your maintenance calories. You can do that by referring to this video of mine I put up a while ago about how to work out your maintenance calories. Then you need to go into a slight calorie deficit by 100 or 200 calories. Then try and think about the calories you're having every day and every week, then split them up how you want to. Usually people save a few more calories for the weekend, have slightly less during the week. Split it into the amount of meals you enjoy having throughout the day, which is usually 3, plus an additional snack. Then try and work out how much protein you need for the day to support yourself with helping retain muscle tissue as you're progressively losing weight, and also protein helps with staying satisfied for a long period of time, and it's also going to help you alongside your training so you can lose fat primarily and not be somebody who doesn't do any resistance training and just gets slim but still has a lot of body fat and adipose tissue because you haven't done any training in order to build muscle. Pick a complex carbohydrate for every meal, pick some fruits and vegetables, a couple of portions, pick a lean protein source, can be vegan or non-vegan, and then vary up the snack you have every day. I mean, I would recommend varying up all the meals, but I'm trying to give you as simple a diet plan as possible to be able to stick to so you can start losing fat today during lockdown. Once you've done that, have a think about when you're going to do your training. So your cardiovascular exercise, and your resistance training. If you can and you're able to, I'd always recommend trying to get it all done in the morning, but if you can only do one, then get the resistance training bit done, because usually that requires the most effort, and people, as soon as they get up and you do it, then it's done and you can forget about it for the rest of the day. So with your resistance training, you may only have 30 minutes to be able to do that, and that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you do more frequent training sessions and less time rather than one long training session, then leave it for a few days. So you can keep that consistency going and you're stimulating your muscles more frequently. To make it really simple, try splitting your training regime into a push day where you're doing more pushing movements, and which will be like, the muscle groups being used for pushing movements primarily are shoulders, triceps, chest. Then a day for pulling movements, so back, biceps, trapezius, rear delts, and then a lower body day where you're primarily using glutes, quads, hamstrings, calves for your resistance training movements. Then do that 6 days a week, take a rest day on the Sunday. And if you're only doing 30 minutes, try and get some movements where you're only able to complete between 10 and 15 repetitions per movement, and do it in a circuit style. So you do one exercise, then straight into the next exercise, and straight into the next one. Ideally, I'm aiming for you to be able to do heavy weighted movements, but then you want to be efficient with your time, so you're going to be doing lots of movements during the workout. So for a typical push session, if you're able to do press-ups, you'd have a rucksack on your back, so you do weighted press-ups. Then you could do weighted tricep dips, and then with a couple of rucksacks you can do side raises as well, and then you could do that for the first 15 minutes, go through those 3 exercises, and then you can move on to more shoulders and tricep focus again, so narrow grip push up into a pike push up, and then shoulder taps on a sofa. Again, you can do that for the last 15 minutes. And as long as you're doing that and trying to focus on progressive overload over time, you will start seeing results and see your body composition change by decreasing fat mass and increasing lean mass. Finally, you need to make sure you do your cardiovascular exercise. It's quite good to do that, well, any time of the day, but at the end of the day, just to clear your head and get some air. And even that just might be 30 minutes a day to start with. I'd recommend doing cardiovascular exercise every day of the week, even on a rest day, just because it's really good for mental health as well. If you know you can do your resistance training for 30 minutes, then you can also do your cardiovascular exercise for 30 minutes. Try and be really consistent with that alongside your caloric intake, and then you can see when you need to adjust. You need to be aiming to lose between 1 and 2 pounds a week. You may lose a little bit more to start with, and then as you get more deep into the diet, then you eventually need to start introducing refeed days, which is a spike in calories for 1 day. But don't worry about that for now, just focus on starting it. Thank you guys for watching the video. It's been great to have you. If you do have any questions about nutrition, then please do let me know. Or if you're interested in my online coaching so I can take you through this process, then my email's in the YouTube description below. A new website should be coming soon. If you're interested in AA merch as well, I've actually left a link for that down below as well. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.